Welcome to another episode of Butler's Inventor Playground. In this episode, we're going to be looking at how to create the monkey bar ladder. Our monkey bar ladder is going to be 90 inches long, or 90 inches high, we'll say, 6 inches wide, and 6 inches deep. So the first step is go to the Inventor I and create a new standard IPT. We're going to start a 2D sketch on the XY plane, and now we're going to draw a rectangle. The rectangle we're going to draw is this one right here on the front. So we're going to draw a rectangle that is going to be 6 inches wide and 90 inches tall. So let's grab the 2-point rectangle, start at the center, the origin. We're going to tell it the width should be 6 inches. We'll hit the tab key. The height should be 90 inches. And I'll zoom all. Looks good. Let's finish our sketch. Let's extrude. Why don't I back out and make it a little easier to see. Let's extrude that rectangle 6 inches. I'm getting that right off of here, so it's 6 inches wide and 6 inches deep. Looks good so far. Next up, we need to add the holes on there. The holes can be done a number of different ways. We're actually going to be putting a single point on there, and then we're going to rectangular pattern that point. After we do that, we're going to be using the hole tool to cut out these holes. So the point that we need is going to be placed right at the center of this hole, and it's going to be 3 inches from the side and 10 inches from the end. Okay, let's go back to our part. We're going to create a 2D sketch on the front, so I'm going to select the front right here. We're going to place a point somewhere on our part, and then we're going to put some dimensions on there. So the first dimension is from the side of our piece to the center of that dot. We'll place the dimension and tell it to be 3, enter. The next dimension is going to be from the bottom of our part to that center point, and that needs to be 10 inches. Now we're going to use a rectangular pattern. If we look on here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. So our rectangular pattern is going to have a count of 6. And they are equally spaced 10 inches apart. So our spacing is going to be 10. So when we come back here, we're going to come to the pattern area. There's rectangular pattern, circular pattern, and mirror. We're going to use the rectangular pattern. Step 1 is to tell it what geometry would you like to pattern. And in this case, it's a dot, or that point. So we'll click on that once it's red. The second step, it needs to know which way you'd like to pattern. Do you want to pattern left to right or up and down? We want to go up and down, so we're going to select the direction arrow and select an up and down line. Lucky for us, it's already patterning up. If it was going down, we could grab the flip tool and flip it down, up, down, up. So let's leave it pointing up. And what did we say our count and spacing were going to be? 6 for a count, 10 for a spacing. So let's put in 6 for our count and 10 for our spacing. And that looks good because the monkey bar ladder doesn't have holes going all the way to the end. So once we have that, we can click OK and finish our sketch. And now we can use a very helpful tool called the hole tool. Thankfully, the hole tool will grab all of those points for us. Right now it is set with a diameter of 0.25 inches and it's set to cut through all. Well, we do want it to cut through all, so we'll leave that. But over here, we notice that the diameter of these circles are going to be 2 inches. So we're actually going to have to change the diameter from 0.25 to 2. So we've got the right diameter, we have it cutting through all of the part. We can hit OK. And there you go. We have the monkey bar ladder with our 6 holes 10 inches apart, cut through all. Lastly, we're going to have to save this. So let's go to the Inventor eye, select Save As. You're going to want to select your H drive. I have a folder that I'm going to put it in. And we have to give it a good name. So let's call this Monkey Bar Ladder. And there you go. Another part down in the Butler Inventor Playground. I hope this was helpful.